evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Brand Interviews of Women in Trade, sponsored by CIMSME as part of GCPIT, promoting global business and the women entrepreneurs in global business. Today, we have as our guest Ms. Rahat Khan, who's into organic foods. And before we start her interview, let's hear from Rahat ma'am what she has to say about herself and her business. Good evening, Rahat ma'am, and welcome.
Good evening. Thank you for having me here. And my name is Rahat Khan, and I'm a young 58 years grandmom and a woman entrepreneur. Started a journey at a very early age. And I have 36 years plus experience in the working experience, I mean, in different areas. But organic happened 5 years back. So a varied business things I have done as a cosmetologist. I'm a certified cosmetologist and a nutritionist. So been into a lot of fields. I have an industrial background wherein we manufacture chemicals, specialty chemicals and steel metal doors, which are put up in Nacharam industrial area. But going on, carrying along.
That's wonderful. So your entrepreneurial journey started 5 years ago.
No, 29 years ago. I'm a woman entrepreneur then too. We started
but
our own business. Organic, yes, 5 years.
Right. Yeah. Got it. Wonderful. So we've seen a lot of people ride the organic wave of late, of becoming very health conscious and gravitating towards organic food. But that has been, I think, picked up over the last couple of years.
Yeah, when I started, people were like, organic, how far it is true? Because there were only 1 or 2 brands which people knew about organic.
Right.
But none of them knew the authenticity of that, where they are growing, how it is being. But it was a brand. People didn't know why is it important to have organic, right? So when I started 5 years back, very few organic stores in Hyderabad, not very well awareness was there about food. Why it is important to have organic food. So it was a little tough, not very easy to start the journey in that area. It was a little tough, yeah.
How did you, when you started, because like you said, when you had started, it was very difficult for you to convince people to buy your products.
Yeah.
Has it become easier now? Now that people are...
Yeah, it's not that easy, but much comfortable. The level of people knowing about organic has increased.
Right.
You know, they also because we started doing a lot of awareness programs in communities, in stalls. We used to put up stalls and tell them why it is important to have organic first. So maybe that is how now people are quite aware of it.
Right.
Many brands have come up. They are aware in these 5 years.
Right. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, how do you target your customers in terms of people, segment them in terms of people who will actually buy your products versus somebody who would just walk in, have a look and not buy your products?
Okay, basically a physical store is there, but people do walk in, but it's not that. For me, when I look at it, I feel that every person, Samhita is also my customer, because everybody who eats food has to eat good food, the right way of the food. So for me, every person is a customer. But when coming to organic, people have this lot of, myths. If organic is expensive, whether it is trustworthy or not, whether it's grown authentically, is it really organic? So in these kind of things, what happens is people choose the things.
Right.
So then they will feel, they start comparing with normal food. So they feel it's very expensive.
Yeah.
So they say, oh, this is not for us, it's for the rich. No, it is not. It is for everybody. Food is for everybody.
Right.
Everybody has to eat. What our grandparents ate is always organic. That I think we have to bring back to the roots. You have to tell them their roots.
Yeah, for sure. Ma'am, but now that more established brands have gotten into, production of organic foods or branded them as organic foods, how would you say differentiate between, people who would go buy an already established brand's foods that are packaged to be organic versus something that yours which is 100% organic.
Yeah, even I've packed it in these eco-friendly
Cardboard
boxes, and
boxes.
so
Yes, ma'am. I've
as
seen
is
it.
as is a very premium range of products. So
Right.
when I call my product, inside is organic, outside also is organic.
Right. Yes.
The vacuum seal rolls what we have used are imported and very that's used for people who can actually cook with that. It's that kind of things. So yeah, when you brand it, definitely the rate will increase. And people will say, you just have to open it and throw it off. But the government doesn't allow you to sell it on or just
Right.
open
Right.
it like that, right?
Yeah.
So there is still a lot of myths about organic being expensive or less.
Right.
So it is difficult.
Right. You said you had a lot of experiences earlier with chemical industries.
Yeah.
What made you sort of divert into organic foods, because they're both completely different domains
Different.
altogether?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This specialty chemicals is actually our business what we started 29 years back, and then
Okay.
the whole thing was set up and all.
Yeah.
There was not much time for me to spend. I used to just go sit in my cabin look at the or play some games and all. So I
Yeah.
was wondering what to do. So when I went to a women organization where women empowerment was going on,
Yeah.
then I met this friend of mine, and she says, if you really want to do something, this is the thing. Organic is the future for Hyderabad, and very few people are in this. If you really want to do something, I'm here to help you. Why don't you try? So that was a good thing, because I used to keep writing, diet charts and say millets are very healthy and all to lose weight, because I used to eat jawar ki roti.
Right.
I said,
Right.
wow, this is a good idea. Why don't I start?
Mm-hmm.
So my journey started with her inspiration and motivation. Okay, you can tell people, why do you simply sit and sit
Yeah.
in four walls, come
Yeah.
out and talk to people. So it was her inspiration and motivation that I started organic journey.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And has so since then there's been no looking back ever since you
No, looking back. I
started.
really, initially, I had all these hardships because we couldn't get the correct source of organic. We didn't know from
Right.
where to get the product.
Yeah.
I didn't wanted to go to another store and buy it and sell it
Mm-hmm.
again.
Mm-hmm.
So I traveled a lot. I went to Mumbai's first farmers market, which Kavita Mukhi happened to start.
Mm-hmm.
So I went there, I visited all the farmers, I met them, I spoke to them, and then it connectivity grew. Then I went to Pune. I saw
Mm-hmm.
all the bull-driven. They have these bull-driven, uh, big farms, where the oil is extracted in the bull-driven. It was something which I
Right.
really liked,
Right.
and that is called authentic cold press, right? So
Mm-hmm.
then I visited down south in Kerala, where we got the spice, that's the spice land, the
Yeah.
teas, everything. So I started traveling a lot and connected myself to all the art. So I used to check whether they are really following authentic way of organic or not. So within a year, I got
Yeah.
connected with almost 2,000 plus farmers. So
Wow.
all
That's
my products come from all over the country.
yeah. Ma'am, so for you to bring your products from farm to the shelf, how long does it take you? That entire
See,
process.
yeah. Like from Kashmir, my saffron, that is saffron and mamra badam comes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
walnuts come.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll take a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
See, so when we have to pick it up through speed post, what happens? They open it, they eat some product,
Yeah.
sabotage happens. So I generally airlift it
Right.
to
Right. Right.
avoid these damages and losses.
Right.
Little
Right.
expensive, but it comes within a week, three,
Got it.
4 days.
Right. Right.
The
Got it.
farthest is Kashmir, so 4 days. Or
I
if
see.
not, some comes overnight buses. But now, because of the COVID, no, there are a lot of hiccups in between of the COVID
Mhm.
lockdowns. In
Correct.
lockdown, I faced a little problem. My
Yes.
whole I sent my product with Safe Express, but my whole lorry was sabotage, and
Oh,
they lutified my wheat, rice, sugar, kaju. Sab
wow.
kha liya.
Sab
It's
khali.
okay. I didn't say anything,
Yeah.
but we had insurance, so we were.
Right. Right. Any key takeaways, ma'am, from the pandemic that we faced and how that affected your business?
Yeah, it taught me a lot of things to fight
Right.
as a single, and I was like very happy because in pandemic, I think overnight I became famous in Hyderabad
Wow.
because Yeah, because I was doing home deliveries. That's my regular business. We home
Mhm.
deliver anywhere.
Mhm.
And what happened was, in the group, somebody said, "Oh, Rahat, lockdown. How do we get our regular vegetables?" I said, "I don't know. Even I don't know." Then I didn't know that the additional DCP was one of my customers. I always used to say Shilpa is there.
Right.
So she suddenly put up in the group, "Rahat, call me." I said, "For what?" Then she sent me a message on WhatsApp. "Please
Uh-huh.
go and show this message in Rachakunda police station. They will give you pass." The second day I got to pass, and we were on the road. So
Wonderful,
that was
wonderful.
really great. So
So you
people,
had your logistics figured out.
yeah, and people
Yeah.
were so happy to get. So
Yeah.
anybody, hundreds. I think I remember in one day we did 122 to 200 orders in one day.
Wow. So I
So
think during the pandemic, it really doesn't matter whether it's organic or not. You just want the essentials in place.
exactly, people,
Yeah.
yeah. And we
Yeah.
did both organic and normal because
Mhm. Mhm.
we even in organic we were not getting to get from so
Right.
far because of the
Right.
logistics. So
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
try to serve the city as much as I
Right.
could. Yeah.
That's great. That is very, very value driven. What's the biggest mistake maybe you did when you started out, ma'am? I'm sure
I
you have
trusted
this.
people blindly.
Okay.
And see, when somebody says authentic, it's organic, I say, okay, they must have followed organic because I don't tell lies to
Right.
anybody.
Right.
It's the
Right.
same thing. But
Right.
when you taste the product, when you see the produce, you will know the difference that it is not organic.
Right.
So then I said, okay, this is too much. When
Mm.
they don't send you the fresh, especially in perishables. Very difficult. You won't get
Mm.
authentic fresh product. Like suppose
Right.
musk melon. One
Mhm.
day they sent me 400 kgs of musk melon, which was not fresh one. So within
Right.
2 days it got spoiled. So I had to throw it.
Oh.
So these things are like when I learned in you have to literally see what is it. मतलब उनका trust कितना वो जो बोल रहे हैं सही है या नहीं कितना
Right.
सही बोलते हैं ये लोग. That I learned
Yeah.
to not to trust blindly.
So what are the factors you look for right now that you figured it out about the establishing trust between your
Hmm,
vendors?
hmm.
What are the factors
We
that come into place?
yeah we have certain specifications
Hmm.
because we know the quality product. When we visit the farm, we know what kind of produce comes to us. So suppose somebody new wants to join us, I will
Hmm.
tell them, okay, send me a sample or show me the authenticity how you grow. So it's not that a vendor is approved immediately. It will
Right.
take at least minimum 3 to 4 months for us to establish a rapport between them to test their products and then put them onto the vendors list.
Right.
So once we get that, if we feel that it's good, we nowadays, thanks to the media and digital power, we can have these video calls.
Right.
So we'll see whether they are growing it properly or not.
Yeah.
In between, if possible, my people, I send my staff to go and check.
Hmm.
So that's why I say authentically, ours is organic.
Right. Awesome.
We
Awesome.
vouch for our products 100% because these are the things we have to take
Yes, ma'am.
in way.
You've played a very active role as an entrepreneur, but I'm sure you've also played a very active role in your personal life as a mother as well. How do you balance your life?
Yeah, I'm a grandmom with
You're a
three
grandmother too. Yeah.
grandkids.
Yeah.
So I don't work on a Sunday. I
You
definitely
don't work
don't
on
work on a Sunday. So I have certain rules and regulations I fixed for myself. Sunday I
Right.
will not come what may.
Right.
And in case in between I have to balance. Yeah, sometimes like I work from home and
Mhm.
sometimes I work from office. I see that
Wonderful.
I manage things. And my family is very supportive about it. I've
Yeah.
got grown up kids, so doesn't matter. Get some
Yeah.
time to
Yeah.
manage everything.
That's wonderful. Any fundas for you to sort of, balance work and personal life for other women entrepreneurs?
See, basically, you have to manage your time and prioritize your day. It's not
Right.
that ki, suddenly something happens. No, you have to plan your day.
Right.
Some things come as emergencies, but they
Right.
can be taken care of if you don't have a set of rules set for yourself. Like you
Mm-hmm.
get up in the morning, have your things, leave office at this time. By that time, see that you finish all the housework,
Mm.
get to the servants, get them the
Right.
work done, and then you
Yeah.
go ahead, right? So this
Right.
is very important. If your day is not prioritized or management is not done properly, you'll end up doing all the things, Nice kathakali will happen then.
Yes, ma'am. So essentially have a schedule, but also be flexible about it.
Flexible,
Right.
Very important. Like last month, all I was like working on a work from home mode because there were a lot of things happening. I renovated my house and also.
Wow. So many things. Yeah.
So then I really need to work. I used to go post lunch to work. I have to take care of my ailing parents. I have to. My mom and dad both are heart patients.
Okay.
My dad is 86 and my mom is like 77. So I take care of them. I'm very proud about it because I don't have brothers. So I take care of them.
Wonderful. That's wonderful, ma'am. So inspiring. But who inspires you though?
I think the person whom I look into the mirror myself.
Yourself. That's wonderful.
Yeah, because I love myself a lot and I've been learning these self-love. Because when you don't love yourself, you can't love anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And then that early morning, you get to sit. Sometimes I do feel, but then again, I think, oh, come on, Rahat, you've done so many things.
आप
You can.
अपनी favorite हैं.
Yes, मैं तो अपनी राहत हूँ. मुझे बहुत राहत मिलती है अपने आप.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. I think that's something that a lot of people forget, is that we often look at other people as role models, but we, sort of fade ourselves out of the picture.
True, we can, because we cannot live their life, Samhita.
Right.
So they may be different. They may have, it may be inspiring for us, but would we be able to replicate that? Would we able to, okay, she has done that, let me do that. No, it's not possible. It cannot happen because everybody has their own milestones to go. Right? Like some people may love to work on Sundays. I've seen people working on Sundays. I can't. So मुझे नहीं लगता कि I shouldn't be, she is working on Sundays. No, I don't want to. That's the set for myself. But the day I do it, I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
So I feel everyone should inspire ourselves because it is I who have to get up in the morning and go and work.
Yeah.
So if I'm not motivated myself or not inspired for what journey I have gone through,
I
think I wouldn't be successful.
Yeah. Wonderful, ma'am. Wonderful. Yeah. Ma'am, you started 5 years ago.
Yeah.
At a time when organic foods were still a very, not very well established, the market itself.
Yep.
How long did it take you to sort of establish yourself as an organic food business or like a supplier of organic products?
Maybe it took me 2 years to tell people that I'm there.
Yeah.
But there's still people who like, see, if I haven't sold my product to you, that means I haven't reached you yet.
Yeah.
So I feel it still is always you have to grow every moment. You cannot say that you are established now and we are well settled. No, it's going to take more time. It's going to take more time to get that. Right. But I think I have fair enough done 70 to 80% of branding about my product. People know about it.
Right. Yeah. Wonderful. How big of a role did e-commerce play in, say, picking up your revenue or picking up your sales?
E-commerce is the only way what I'm doing business, because I stay in a place called Malkajgiri, which is not at all the center of the city. And I deliver products to Gachibowli, which is like 30 kilometers. So e-commerce platform is the only thing which gives me a business. So that actually made me look at home delivery 5 years back.
Yeah.
Because I knew that people are not going to come and buy from me here.
Right.
So that is what it made me, okay, I think I should start delivering because people in this area won't buy. I can't sustain my business in this get. So I think e-commerce and digital platform really, really helped me. I have 9 WhatsApp groups. So it's definitely where, people. So e-commerce plays a lot of important. Yeah.
Right.
Most of my business comes through my website.
Right. Absolutely. Of course. When did you make your first sale, ma'am?
The day I started my store.
Yeah, I think that's what motivated you to keep going.
I had invited all my friends for the inauguration, and I think I'm very happy that 5 years back I could clock in that amount of 28,000 the first day I opened my store and I sold, and I was very happy about it.
Yeah.
And I think I continued the sale. It's not that we didn't have a good sale, but it was basically mostly through the circle of influence. Many people whom I knew.
Right.
When I told them,
have you also used the network that you have built for like maybe collaborations or any sort of other?
Yeah.
schemes that you've come up with?
Yes, I have collaborated with many companies, so that it's easier for delivering products or,
Right.
picking up things and how you move about. So I'm not yours on. So it's like, how you talk to people and connect. So what happened is when we started networking,
Right.
many people were like, oh, is this organic? Oh, I heard about it, but they didn't know what. So
Yeah.
we started with store at your door concept through communities.
Mm-hmm.
So we started going to the communities, taking
You set up like
permissions, and
kiosks.
telling them, yeah, we put up
Right.
stalls there and told them that we want to bring our store to you.
Mm-hmm.
So that way we collaborated with communities, we collaborated with other companies, being like, if you buy that subscription of this, they get
Hmm.
a percentage of coupons
Right. Right.
like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's how we collaborated with
Have
many
there
companies.
ever been, out of all of the collaborations that you've done with other companies, have there ever been a loss-making collaboration for you?
Oh yes, many a times,
Okay.
because they consider prices to be very high, or
Mm-hmm.
they consider to be that oh, organic is always expensive, and then
Right.
they say, oh, it doesn't work with our company.
Right.
So that time when we do all the credit, like every month we are spending 10,000, 20,000 rupees, and then nothing
Mm-hmm.
happens at sale, so it's a total loss.
Right.
So I look at it as a branding, maybe a teaching platform for us to tell people. At least we spoke to them and we told them we are available.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
It happens.
So now
It
you
happens.
can, are you in a position to identify, like differentiate between who could be a profit making
Yep.
collaboration and who could be a loss making
Yes.
collaboration?
Especially when we talk about exhibitions and
Right.
stalls and all,
Right.
kind of footfall will people come.
Yeah.
There will
Yeah.
be different types of customers. I say
Yeah.
one will just come to see the product. You will not get a sale there, but
Mhm.
brand establishment will happen. And there would be somebody, maybe some places where they come only to buy, especially
Mhm.
like farmers market
Right.
every
Right.
Sunday. So now we know where to participate and how to collaborate with people.
Right. Yeah.
Experience
Yeah.
teaches you everything.
Correct. Correct. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ma'am, maybe somebody who's starting out right now, what would be one big advice if you were to give? Just one advice. I know you'd probably give like more than one, maybe 10 or 50, but
Yeah,
just
I would say just hang on. Don't
like
leave the rope. You will go up one day.
one
Never,
day.
never, never, ever give up.
Yeah.
If you start something, you should continue.
Yeah.
I would say never give up.
Yeah.
There's always success for anybody who holds on and hangs on to that. The
Right.
success is always there. Yeah. I would just tell them not to ever give up.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not
I think
easy.
that's a great.
Every bed of roses has thorns, but end of the day, roses are there.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. That's a great piece
Yeah.
of advice.
Yeah.
And you being a woman entrepreneur for more than 29 years, how easy or how difficult was it for you to make your way through, you know, a male dominant industry, maybe? Or have you
Uh,
maybe come across other women entrepreneurs who are in the same industry apart
yeah.
from this?
Yeah. See, industrial business is such where it is 100% male dominated,
Right.
because people think women can't do anything, right? But when I always talk to my husband, my husband always had a seat next, like I had a seat next to my husband, and so we always used to share the cabin together, right? And say, I need a separate cabin. Isn't it? When you think you are equal to men, so please sit
Yeah.
here. You don't need to have a separate. Then
Yeah.
he always used to tell me there are so many women in the industry who started businesses like, PCB industry. Many people that 20 years back, women entrepreneurs were very few.
Correct.
They were successful people,
Mm-hmm.
and they're here. It is how much is your family supporting you, and how much is your spouse supporting you is very important when you talk about entrepreneurship or being a woman and fighting
Yeah.
in the male dominated. Because
Right.
if for them, if they are not there, we cannot stand, isn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely.
To have
Absolutely.
the happy family and a happy business, it's very important, to have their support. And
Right.
I'm very lucky to have his support always.
Yeah.
Very
Yes, ma'am.
pampered woman entrepreneur I am.
Lucky you.
Yeah, and the best piece of advice, I get, because he's the best critic you can ever get.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It
Yes.
happens when the males have the ego and they feel the women can't do it and say, no, you can't do that. I say, okay, I can do it, I'll show it to you.
Yeah,
So
you take
I
it up
feel
as a challenge and prove it.
challenge. So I think that way he's always encouraged me, encouraged me, and then he's always motivated me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel.
Yeah. What about your children, ma'am?
Yeah, my son's all supportive. My daughter, yeah, she's also still there with us in our business.
Wonderful,
She's part of
wonderful.
the director, so
Yeah.
she's my partner. So we are all
Wonderful.
women entrepreneur
Yeah,
business for
absolutely.
organic.
Yeah.
She's a chemical engineer though, but she supports me
Yeah.
with small little kids also. So she also needs to grow, to
Yeah.
know that you have to work along with the kids. You start
Right.
become independent and you get the exposure of how to manage a business. I'm sure she will carry it forward for me.
Your legacy.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
love to pass it on to her.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure she'll do a great job.
Yeah, because she works half a day with my husband because she's a chemical engineer, so she works in the chemical industry, and she also works with me together. So she'll know how
Absolutely.
to balance the businesses, and she
Yeah,
also should learn a lot of things, how to
for
grow.
sure. And
Yeah,
I guess she gets the best of both worlds.
yeah. Sometimes happens, he said, mom, I want to go out, can you take care of the kids? I said, no, I used to take care of you, so you take care of your kids.
Right, right. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
It makes you more experienced and independent, and
Mm-hmm.
see, unless you know what is in that, you will not be able to overcome it.
Right.
So I feel that you should learn from your own mistakes. So please make mistakes so that you will learn a lot of things in future.
Yeah.
Not so easy for you to just take things,
Mm-hmm.
I feel.
Yes, ma'am.
So yeah.
For sure, ma'am. Apart from being an entrepreneur and a really, really established businesswoman, you've also been associated with CIMSME.
Yep.
And how has your journey with CIMSME, given you a platform to further network?
Yeah, I think thanks to Pravina, I'm part of this, and not much of a thing, but I've met lovely people around. Uh, I think most of them I know, and I shared business also. We have done some businesses together and collaborated with them. And since this is just a very early age of
Right.
the stage of CIMSME, what I am, but I'm sure in future we'll have a lot of things to go ahead, and I'm sure I'll stand an example to bring up this CIMSME to the top.
Yes,
I'll
ma'am.
give my best for it. I'll give
Yeah,
my best for it.
absolutely. Yeah. Looking forward to
Definitely,
having you
inshallah.
to have more
Yeah.
of you
Yes,
in the
I would
platform.
love to. I would love to be part of it more often and be more active.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rahat, ma'am.
Thank
It
you,
was lovely
Samhita. It was
interacting
so
with
great
you.
talking to you.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
here. That's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah. Thank
Looking
you.
forward to interacting with you more off
More and more.
screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.